Okie doke, so here we are right now on my laptop, and I wanted to talk to you guys about something very important and very helpful for pre production, and that's storyboarding. Now, for many years, people have hired somebody to storyboard feature films, short films, any type of production, just so that when they get to set, they can already have an idea of, uh, of what they want the scene to actually look like. And there are ideas that are actually in the the writer or the director's head, and then they just hire somebody to storyboard it out so they can actually get their idea down on paper, so they know that when they arrive to set, that same thing is what they're looking for. So for many years, people have actually hired someone to actually storyboard for them. Now, to find somebody who will actually storyboard for you, if you do not know how to draw yourself, is it's very hard, and it can cost money as well, but I found that one of the easiest ways of going about storyboarding is right in the palm of our hands. Now, it's free and it's actually a pretty fun process. A lot of us out here are DSLR filmmakers, and what people haven't really realized is that DSLRs are one, a stills camera. This means that you have the opportunity of capturing images. Now, why haven't we utilized this in the past? Or have we utilized this in the past? What I'm going to show you guys right now is something that I thought about today and I wanted to share with you guys for storyboarding. For the next production that I'm going in, I actually wanted to save some time because I myself am not the best artist when it comes to storyboarding. Therefore, I wanted to show you guys an easier way of going about storyboarding that you guys can actually use for your production. So earlier today, I was with my friend Luke, who's also the script supervisor and production manager for Studio 724, and we just decided to grab some shots real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up Photoshop, I'm going to go into File, I'm going to go into Open, and I'm going to go to my SD card. Then I'm going to find some of the files that I shot earlier today. For instance, we'll use this one right here, which is a CR2 image, which means that it is a raw image. I'm going to give it a few seconds to open up. It's going to open up in Camera Raw, since it is a raw image. I'm just going to click on Open Image. Now what we have is the image that I took earlier today. Now, for instance, say this is the scene that you have in your head. This is the way you imagine the scene taking place in your head. You imagine somebody sitting in their car. As you can see, there's a McDonald's sign up here. Hopefully they don't sue us if they see this video. And they're just sitting in their car and they're just looking forward, and you see the sun in the background. Now, this is an easy way of actually storyboarding by just taking a picture of the scene. But say you want it to actually look like a storyboard, what can you do? Well, I'm going to show you guys a few simple steps. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go into Filter, go to Artistic, and click on Colored Pencil. You're going to want to zoom out so you can see the whole picture, like so. And boom, now you actually have a colored pencil version of, of your footage that you'll be capturing. So basically I keep my paper brightness all the way up, kind of to emulate that white paper background. And I keep my pencil width up, and I just play around with the stroke pressure. The higher you get, I think the more colors that it allows. So let's see if we go all the way up, what happens. Yeah, as you can see right here, there's color starting to come in right around in this area. However, I pushed it back down to about a 9. No, actually, let's go about 6. Let's see what that does. A 6 still shows white, so let's step up to about a 7 and see what that does. I think 7 is about perfect where we want to be. So once you guys play around with that yourselves and you get the image that you want, go ahead and click on OK. Once you guys click on OK, you guys are going to see there's a stenciled image now. Now this image can be used for your storyboarding. Now it actually looks like somebody actually sat there and drew it out. But say you want to go one step further and actually use this on an actual storyboard paper. Only thing you have to do is go on Image, Mode, and click on Grayscale. It's going to ask you if you want to discard the color information, which means making it black and white. You want to do that. Click on Discard. Now this image is in black and white. Therefore, you can actually now use this image right here for your storyboarding shots by printing this out and actually putting it in a storyboarding form. But here you have an easy way of storyboarding. Now the person who's sitting in the car, my friend Luke here, it doesn't really matter who it is, as long as you have the image planned in your head, so that when you arrive on set, you know exactly what it looks like. I'm going to do one more just so you guys can see. So I'm going to go to File, Open. I'm going to look for another image. Let's see what we have here. No, that's mean. I don't want to use myself at all. There's Luke again. That's our friend Dana. Okay, we're going to use this one right here. So we're going to click on Open. And I'm just going to click on Open Image again, since it's a raw file. I'm going to give it a second to open up. And there we go. So for this scene, we were imagining a guy staring deeply at this object that he found. My friend Lucas is looking at a bracelet that's made out of shoelace. Don't ask. So what we're going to do is we're going to go up to Filter, Artistic, Colored Pencil. We're going to zoom out so we can make sure we see everything. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually play with the stroke pressure and go down a little bit. I like that. So I'm going to click on OK. Now, if you want to leave the color information, you can do so. However, I choose not to, so I'm going to go to Image, Mode, and then Grayscale. And then I'm going to discard the color information again. That now puts it in black and white, and it looks like somebody has actually drawn this out themselves. Another reason I really like this is because, say we took a picture and we wanted it to be cropped a little bit. Say we wanted to put more emphasis on this bracelet that he's looking at. Only thing we have to do is crop the image. So what we can do is we can go in here like such, play around with it, and boom. Now we have more emphasis on this string, or shoelace, or rubber band, or it's not a rubber band, or bracelet, or whatever it is. This is an easy way of storyboarding. Now that you guys know this, I want you guys to take this and I want you guys to utilize this. DSLRs are amazing cameras, and they can be used for much more than just video. They're cameras that are packed with amazing megapixels that will allow you to capture footage that's ridiculously amazing. So use that DSLR camera for something extra like storyboarding and save yourself a lot of time and a lot of money. You guys can also do this with, anybody. So, for instance, even though Luke here is a script supervisor and the production manager, that doesn't mean that, he's the person we need in this part of the film. Storyboarding doesn't even really use the person anyway, it just uses a fill-in or a stand-in. A lot like what they do in Hollywood. When you're filming a movie, what they'll do is they'll actually allow the actor to take breaks, and what they'll do is they'll use a stand-in. So Luke right now is just a stand-in for our actual actor. It just saves time, and it saves a lot of money, and it helps those people who aren't very artistic with a pencil. So now that you guys have this free way of, using storyboarding or getting an idea for storyboarding, utilize this. Now, like I said, this may not work for everybody, especially if your film is like scientific type film where it's like Prometheus or something crazy. But for the traditional film where there's not much going on and the scenes are just easy to be shot, this will work perfectly for you guys.